They want power and control over our children. They want us all to be their puppets, and they want to pull the strings. And what's taking place and what COVID and what this last year and a half, 2 years is exposing are the individuals on both sides of the aisle. Obviously, mostly Democrats, but there are Republicans too that absolutely must be taken out come election time.
And we bring this story up because I don't know if this would get much attention, but for this awakening that we've seen from parents. And we have some examples we want to play for you guys and get your take on what's being said at school boards across the country. This isn't just a thing you're going to see before the Virginia gubernatorial election. This is actually in Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, a town I never heard of. But listen to this dad right here.
The concern that I have and stuff is that a poem and stuff was read out to the kids depicting that police officers are predators and murderers of black children and black children and parents. One of the questions that I ask everybody here, as I have a state police retired sergeant sitting right here, do we think it's appropriate that her 16-year-old daughter would be taught that her mother is a predator or a murderer? What are we teaching in our schools?
And that is the key question, right, Erin? And nobody was really asking. I mean, I guess some people were asking this question, but no one was asking it with this kind of volume and this intensity until kids were sitting at home in Zoom class, and these lessons were being broadcast into the home.
There are very few silver linings to the pandemic. This is one of them. The exposure that these school boards and teachers have gotten for their nefarious behavior and teaching things like critical race theory. And I often say the moms and the dads are going to be the people that save this country because they're now empowered. People that had no political motivation are now running for school board or running for city council or getting involved in their children's schools. And this has really made a positive change. Virginia, Loudoun County was bluer than blue and now is flipped in so many ways, and these parents are awake and aware and want to see better for their children. I'm a part of a group called Conservative Women of the Main Line in Pennsylvania. These women were at home minding their business and they saw what was going on in school, and now they have a pack and they are a huge group of women that are just looking to make changes in their children's lives. So be careful because these parents are aware and awake and want better for their children.
Right. It's like parents realize before they can be, their kids can be taught that math is racist, they actually have to just learn math in the first place. And I think this is something that none of these groups pushing CRT anticipated. Somehow they didn't realize that some of the people that are most offended by what's happening are, persons of color. Here's a dad in North Carolina talking about that.
I'm biracial. I'm bilingual, I'm multicultural. The fact is, in America, in North Carolina, I can do anything I want, and I teach that to my children. And the person who tells my little pecan-colored kids that they're somehow oppressed based on the color of their skin would be absolutely wrong and absolutely at war with me.
David, I'm going to go to you on that one. I mean, I think that dad speaks for a lot of fathers out there, regardless of their own race. No one wants their kid to be taught to send to school to be taught how to hate.
No parent should. And that's the unfortunate thing, is that this was the plan of these liberal progressives to infiltrate our schools and begin to teach our children to look at other people based on their skin color. Like the First Father showing that they're teaching kids that police are just out there, white cops are out there to just kill black kids. I'm biracial. I'm multicultural. I'm an American first, and I love my American values. I love the traditions on both sides of the family. Thanksgivings were definitely different depending on which side of the family I was on, but we love America. We love freedom, and we teach our kids. We taught our kids to love each other and love others based on how they treat you, not based on the color of their skin, and that's exactly what this progressive movement, CRT, is trying to do, and it is purely evil.
Be honest with us, David. Which side had the better side dishes?
I could pick from both. There was some at the black side of my family. I'm like, oh, I'm getting down on that. Yeah. And then the white side of my family, I'm like, man, we don't make it like that over there. So I got the best of both worlds.
Well, I'm getting hungry thinking about Thanksgiving. So I'm going to move on. I got one more video I want to play here. This is a mom in Virginia who was actually barred from entering a school board meeting. Watch this.
Stop it. Let go. Do not push me. Let go. Stop.
Why are you assaulting those people? Why are you assaulting them?
I mean, I don't know how we got to a place, Matthew, where moms are being kicked out. This mom said she showed up to make her voice heard, but she wasn't allowed to speak. And, they're getting handsy with her, pushing her out the door like that. I don't know how it gets to that point.
Well, in the eyes of the Biden administration, that is a domestic terrorist.
Right. True.
So I actually think it makes a lot of sense how we get to this point. You know, if Time Magazine had any readership left, it would make the Parents of America the Person of the Year for the past 3 years. And so, you know, how do we get to this point? We see that the collusion between Secretary of Education Cardona and the National School Board Association and Merrick Garland to declare war on parents, to use surveillance tools normally reserved for Islamic terrorists against, you know, PTA moms. So that's just the policy of the Biden administration, you know, being carried out on video.
There's Matthew Foldi, future editor-in-chief of Time Magazine, if they had any smarts.
No, thank you.
I kid. We're happy where you are at the Free Beacon. Great publication there as well.